Project Zomboid is the greatest zombie game to ever exist, and it's not even close. It would be an understatement to say that the zombie video game genre is a tad oversaturated. There are hundreds of zombie games with different tones and mechanics and styles. Zombie games with extremely passionate fans. So when I make the claim that Project Zomboid stands above them all, I understand that might get me doxxed and shot. You might be asking, what gives me the credibility to make such a bold claim? What gives me the right to put this zombie game above the rest? Well, I'm glad you asked. I actually, I love talking about myself. I have played almost every zombie game known to man. Left 4 Dead, Telltale's The Walking Dead, DayZ, and I'm sure there's more. And while I loved these zombie games, I really only, Red Dead Undead Nightmare. I played that one too. And while I loved these games, every zombie game that I played, even if I loved it, always left me wanting more. Like, I always felt that zombie games lacked true immersion, never really asking the question of, how long would I survive in a zombie apocalypse? I had hope that there was a game out there that truly took advantage of the questions only a zombie game could bring up. I was losing hope. It seemed like every zombie game just wanted to focus on spectacle or try and reinvent the wheel. I had accepted that there wasn't going to be a zombie game that quenched my thirst for pure immersion. But then I saw this little rinky-dink game called Project Zomboid? Okay, a bit of a dog shit name, and the graphics look a little too cartoony, so, you know, everybody knows you need good graphics to be immersive. How's that working out for you? But I gave it a shot, and Project Zomboid has been the answer to my prayers. As far as mechanics, the game is simple. You have one goal: survive. The game makes this a very clear point right at the beginning. You're gonna die a lot. But believe it or not, this adds to the immersive feeling that Project Zomboid provides. Look, let's be honest with ourselves. All of us out loud verbally would say that we would go on a zombie killing rampage, never run out of ammo, never get hungry, and grow fucking wings. But the truth is, if we didn't turn immediately, we would more than likely die in a car crash in the oncoming chaos, or in a much more boring way like starvation. The apocalypse is not romantic. If I look at myself, and I ask the question, what skills do I have that would aid in my survival? Can I pitch a tent? No. Can I hunt? No. Can I fish? No. Even in our modern day society, there are days where I will forget to drink water. Not to sound corny, but I'm gonna anyway. Project Zomboid holds up a mirror and asks the question, how long would you really survive in the zombie apocalypse? Not long. Not long at all. Creating a character is a lot of fun. And by create a character, I don't mean just, oh, do they look like me? I mean, what are all of your insecurities? Let's go ahead and start. First, you pick your occupation. Okay, let's find YouTuber. YouTuber. There are metas you can use with certain occupations and traits. If you pick the burglar, it allows you to break into cars.
Hey, Spoodle here. So this guy's gonna make a lot of errors because he's a donkey, and here's the first one. The burglar occupation allows you to hotwire cars, not break into them.
If you pick the carpenter, go figure, it helps you with base building. Some are better than others, but honestly, I like trying to match the character to me in my current state for maximum immersion, even if it's a detriment. Because it will be. You're in. And the first emotion you're met with is loneliness. The apocalypse is bleak. You start to realize the hopelessness of your situation. Obviously, the first major hurdle are the zombies. They are brutal. And not because there are special variant types or that there are sprinters. You can turn sprinters on if you weren't loved enough as a child, but because these zombies are an ever-present threat. And I cannot tell you how exhausting that is to know that your enemy, while they may not know where you are right at this moment, guaranteed they will eventually, and they will never relent. In most zombie games, zombies lack the crucial fundamental aspect that makes a zombie, the bite. In a lot of these zombie games, they just start swinging like they're in the octagon, never even attempting to bite, because the developer knows if they bit you, the game would be over. The developers of Project Zomboid also know this, and the game is over. If you are bit in this game, that's it, dude. That is it. You're fucking done. You will eventually turn into a zombie. So this makes even encountering one zombie a substantial threat. And there are far more than just one.
Yeah.
Now we run.
Should we get in the van? Here, I'll pick you up.
Oh yeah, let's definitely do that.
Oh, never the fuck mind. What the fuck?
The combat in this game is simple but hard to master. And if you get too carried away or too careless with your swings, the zombies will be on you really fast and you get overrun and you're dead. And you are dead. Dead as fuck. Honestly, the combat is pretty well tuned. For the melee, ranged weapons, guns, suck dick in this game. Like anything other than the shotgun, you cannot hit anything. It is stupid. I think it's accurate. How many of us really know how to shoot a gun? I'm just kidding. This is America. We all know how to shoot a gun. But I have to believe I would not be this dog ass shit at shooting a gun. Like he's right there. He is right there. Just hit him. All you have to do is hit him. So you might think shooting in this game is fun. It's not. It's basically an alarm to death. As you start your new life, you realize that PZ does atmosphere really well. Whether it be from a naked zombie in a bathroom or a house deep in the woods full of dead bodies. Also, Jason's in this game. Yeah, Jason Voorhees. I found him the other day. I thought it was pretty fucking cool. He's apparently super rare. I don't know what I'm talking about, dude. For a game with no real narrative, it does a good job of giving your imagination little bits to chew on. There is lore in this game, but it only makes itself apparent to you if you are looking for it. There are radio transmissions detailing certain events and leaving clues as to how and why the outbreak started.
I have been bitten. I am not long for this world. I came here to this room to pray with you for our souls. Our Father, who art... Oh, but here they come. Don't worry, I am ready for this. God bless you. Get back. Get back. Ah, hey, don't bite me. Hey, this guy's fucking biting.
I think it's called the Nox virus. I did a lot of research for this video, okay? I just fucking forgot about what the virus is called. But I'm gonna make a gamble here and say it's the Nox virus. But if I'm wrong, do not fucking say anything. But aside from that, the only story in this game is you surviving. At the beginning, assuming you can navigate your way around the undead, and that takes a little bit of practice, but once you kind of understand their line of sight rule, the fact that you don't even have to run away, actually you walking will outpace them, that's a very pro gamer tip, because I didn't know that for a long time.
So this guy's a fucking moron. I'm a figment of his imagination, and I think he's dumb.
It's really not that challenging. The challenge presents itself when the electricity goes out, and the water goes out, and you've run out of food, and the helicopter event begins. And the helicopter event is a fucking nightmare. A noob killer for sure. Essentially, a helicopter shows up out of bumfuck nowhere, I think, in an attempt to help you out, all while drawing every zombie. How many zombies? All of them. All of them. And they will break down walls, doors, fucking fences, you name it, and then you will die. And then you will die. You get to fill the shoes of your survivor, as you need to plan, prepare, and make split-second decisions all the time. You start to level up your guy based on what you want to prioritize. Could be fitness, carpentry, cooking, you name it. But this comes with an unintended consequence. You see, the higher level you get, the more careless you become. Zombies killing me? Come on, I'm a fucking badass, and I'm being eaten. I'm being actively eaten. This is frightening because the character you have been carefully sculpting to be a zombie killing machine dies and becomes a zombie killing. Yeah, did you like that wordplay? Huh? It's not bad, right? I am very clever. I'm 28, by the way. Project Zomboid is a truly humbling experience. Some say that the late game is boring. These people are correct. If you don't give yourself a goal. Obviously, once you kind of get really good at surviving, you need a secondary objective to keep your little monkey brain hungry. Yeah. Keep give me that dopamine. Keep giving me that dopamine. I can't just sit here and do nothing. So for me, keeping myself busy, I'm building a penthouse, dog, with plumbing and shit. But even after that, if the base game gets a tad too boring, the mod selection in this game is the best I've ever seen. There are an abundance of mods you can pick from to spice up your game. The mod selection can do a lot of heavy lifting that the game may struggle with, like UI fixes. Holy fucking shit, that UI. Oh my god. Someone over at IndieStone should hire a human factors fucking person, because what the fuck is this? Which kind of starts into me criticizing the game a little bit. I know. Okay, just sit down, relax. It's not going to be that many things. like a couple max. Project Zomboid is 2 separate games, single player and multiplayer. And I don't need to tell you that multiplayer is king. Honestly, playing with your friends is a far superior game than playing by yourself. When you have friends around you, you start to build a real community. Everyone falls into a role and attempts to help the entirety of the group. Whether someone wants to go out and get runs, someone wants to stay back and build the base, someone wants to go and clean up and organize and make the house pretty, which, hey, that helps. That's a helpful thing. Everyone wants to be cozy. But McSpoons, I don't have any friends. Getting into sticky situations with buddies, God, it's so fun. When you're surrounded by zombies, if you're alone, this is a fucking nightmare. If you're with just one of your buddies, you're like, yeah, we're killing every single one of these things. By yourself, there are so many moments where I either think, A, this would be so much more fun with another player, or B, I could get this done if I just had one extra hand. Also, somewhat unrelated, even though I did say this before, fix your fucking UI. Look, for all its faults, Project Zomboid is awesome and addicting. I haven't found another zombie game doing what they're doing, and there is something really special here. This game has simple mechanics with a simple premise, but I still find myself playing it all the time. Build 42 is coming out with it, which if you're not familiar is the next big major update that's coming to the game that will hopefully help a lot of Project Zomboid YouTubers start cranking up those view counts. Am I right, fellas? It's hard out there. It's rough out there. And even if Build 42 didn't come out, there is always a strong momentum of new and fresh mods coming out to kind of carry the load. Pause. I really do see this game taking over the industry one day, and I hope more zombie games copy this undead formula. But if they don't, that's okay. I've got Project Zomboid, and I'm happy, and I will see you all later.